And we are live with session 45 of our Drown Gods campaign. And we actually do have Akalupu notes. I hope everyone is extremely excited for Akalupu's new voice. So why don't we kick off with those?
All right. By Jove, things seem to have gone a bit bonkers. The cave rallied a long scream, shaking the very walls and knocking our captain unconscious. We all banded together and headed north to scurry off. The branches blocked our view, but we peeped out and it seemed to be safe. When we got out, we see some pretty dodgy water and soon find out there are some right creepy-looking fishes. They look right knackered. So we decided to avoid all them chaps. But our witch thought they all looked dead. We decided to avoid them and nick a quick romp through the swamp. We find a cute little foot biters, which chopped me to bits, as the last of those little chaps. As the last of these little chaps, right near burst my heart. Well, blimey. Looks like those dodgy-looking fellas are knackered. The little foot biter was only a quick bite and gone. Not nearly enough to fill him up. We keep scurrying along and get pretty close to not getting by. But by Jove, we make it. Past the first one. We see another bugger and some foot biters. I scurry up a tree and lead the little bugger away from the chest by throwing my precious jerky. The unicorn goes and retrieves a blue 10-inch vial of shiny liquid. Quite against my better judgment, I grab one of the little biters and pull him up the tree with me before he is devoured by one of the buggers. Our sly thief causes one of the other biters to cry and hopefully distract the giant bugger. The distraction does not work, as both the giant buggers are around my bloody tree. The other little biters run off as we try to do some damage to the giant buggers. It does not work very well. I try to do everything I can from the tree top, dropping my brand new hard bar, but to no avail. One of the buggers attacks our unicorn and takes a great bite out of her. I do hope this little foot biter is loyal to me after all this hubbubaloo. We bump off one of the buggers before a swamp fellow comes out of the tent and tells off the bugger who is alive, and it slinks off. This old chap seems to be a bit barmy, but he has seen the mum of our master of the slink. The swamp man does not know what the blue. The swamp man does know what the blue vial is, and says it's a singing cure to keep the people safe from the unnatural singing heard in the swamp. The swamp man claims his name is Jean-Baptiste, but we decide to call him JB. We are able to wake up our captain friend with the blue vial. JB offers to take us to the sly one's mom. The end.
Nice. I mean, you couldn't see it, but I had a giant grin that entire time. That was great. Well, I think she deserves 2 hero points for that one.
I agree. You guys like not only the talented, but you had to write it.
And then minor British slang correction: knackered just means tired.
I looked it up and it said hungry, but
interesting. All right. Well, maybe I'm incorrect then.
I thought knackered meant tired, but like it could be like a semantic range thing, like within the range of the word. Yeah,
it's
like,
not a real word. They could use it however they want.
Right. Yeah, that's where I was like, well, it says hungry, so, and I couldn't find any other words, other British slang words that meant hungry, so.
They were right chuffed as they came at us.
I did appreciate. I did have fun trying to come up with all the British slang that I could muster for this.
You're like, my years of watching Doctor Who are finally gonna pay off.
Right. Although I did have to be careful because I also have a tendency to accidentally grab Australian slang because it like overlaps in some ways.
We threw the little buggers on the barbie.
Yeah, right. How's my Roll20 not opening?
That's a good question.
All right, select. I don't want to buy full access.
Oh, I had that too. In the URL, just shorten it to herolab.online instead of whatever, like select or something it's stuck on. But I had the same thing after I logged in. I couldn't get out of that without like doing it myself. I couldn't. There was no button on the screen to select to get out.
Yes. Okay, cool. I'm glad that you had that and fixed it. Thank you.
Yeah, seems like a bug. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the recap then. Hello, God, are you there?
It's the board.
I thought GM stood for God Man.
No. Unfortunately, that book it's not about me. There's actually a book written by a guy named Hanslow called Deus Homo, which is Why the God Man. Anywho, totally unrelated.
The best part is the book is about himself.
What?
Right? Isn't that the book that's about himself?
No.
Oh. Which
That
one's the
book's
one
about
that's
Jesus.
Which one's the one
The
about?
book, oh gosh, I don't remember the Latin term. I could tell you in Greek, but it's not what the book is called. The book is titled in Latin. Anyway, it's called Behold the Man, an autobiography by Nietzsche, and it's about himself. But Behold the Man is what Pilate says about Jesus when he presents him to the crowd. So he's like, got a little bit of a humility problem, I would say. Good old Nietzsche.
Yeah, classic. All right. Well, are you gonna kick us off, or should I just start role playing? What are we doing here?
Echo homo. All right, ready? All right. For some reason, I was waiting for him to give the recap, but then I forgot that Anna's Akaluku notes were the recap.
You just ignored me when I said, "Well, that's the recap."
Well, I remember it now. Hey, what y'all doing out over there?
We're just feeding the Captain Lady the blue stuff like you told us to. Look, she's awake now.
Yes, I didn't tell you to do nothing, son. You just do what you want. I forget if we stand out here shooting the breeze out here all day. Someone gonna set we caught out here in the dark. I'll be fine, dog. I don't know about you, fellers. He looks suspiciously at PPOP.
Man, PPOP, I think this
in the dark.
that is true. Yasuka leans over to PPOP and is like, PPOP, I think this guy might be suffering from like short-term memory loss or something. Let's hope he actually does remember where your mom is. Also,
Yeah, I hope so.
Also, we should definitely be like prepared for the worst or whatever, because like if she's with Cocoa Biters, either they're worshiping her or she's in trouble.
Yeah, very
Come on now.
suspicious.
Y'all gonna make me late for gumbo.
Okay, let's follow.
Not even gonna start deconstructing that one. All right, we'll follow the crazy old hermit. Oh wow, this map is so zoomed in.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, dead people. Also, don't think I didn't notice that Jean-Baptiste's icon changed.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Is that someone in particular? Is that a funny joke that I don't get?
It is a funny joke that you don't get, but you could get.
I get it.
Who is it?
It's from a YouTuber who does videos about the NFL.
Is he very Louisiana?
I mean, he literally is the saint.
The character that he plays.
The character is the football team, the Saints that are from.
Ah, nice.
All right now, right through there. Although I tell you, them cocoa biters went through this way. I don't think you're gonna find much in there.
Yeah, I've noticed that they like shiny stuff almost as much as Akalupu does.
An animal enjoyer and a fellow connoisseur of the shiny things.
Okay.
But
Some people are just made different.
All
some
right.
people, you would say, are just made better.
Now, listen here. I wouldn't quite say better, but I would say maybe some people, all people are equal, but, some might be a little more equal. If you know what I mean.
Oh no, we're gonna start the colonies all over again.
How many what you riding? Sniffing what you stepping in?
All right, what are we looking at here? And set the
So
scene.
as you come to an area that's a little bit outside the bog, and you see a makeshift palisade. Although it looks like it's seen better days. You also see smoke, which is odd, seeming to come out from the camping area. And from your vantage point, you think you see some people lying down next to a lake or a small pond.
I'm sure they're
Aw.
just sleeping.
You took my joke. I was about to say, oh, they look so peaceful sleeping by the lake.
All right, what about this very imposing figure by the lake? Are they also quote unquote sleeping?
Yeah, they're lying down by the lake. Although, I don't know, how far away are you? You're like
Not very far. This is a very small map.
So it looks like he might be moving a little bit.
All right, should we roll perception or just head in?
You can roll perception if you like.
All right, PPOP. All right, Yasuka's gonna crawl up here and scout from there.
And I'm just gonna look from here. I got a 25.
All right, that's definitely gonna be better than whatever I get. Yeah, 19.
Alrighty. So, as you take in the scene, you do, in fact, see a bunch of dead people. Surprise. You also see a bunch of stuff kind of tossed and thrown about. You do see remnants of pink hair around the camp and around the camp entrance. And you see this fellow right here. He appears to be still alive, but he is kind of wounded, and he's trying to drag himself in a that way direction.
No, he chose to go up a cliff. Brave man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Interesting choice. I also want to point out, it's an interesting place to camp. Like, I guess this is JK.
I was gonna say, this seems pretty solid. Actually, quite defensible.
For some reason, I thought that, like, up here was higher than here. And I was like, what the heck? I thought it was like a big bowl, but I didn't see that these parts were raised up on, like, the outside.
All right, Yasuka's gonna come back to PPOP. PPOP, we need to find your mom now before she goes bald. This is ridiculous.
I think she's got enough hair. But I agree about the urgency.
All right, well, not seeing anything dangerous. I guess we're gonna go in.
Yeah, maybe this guy sunbathing knows where she is.
All right, how injured is this guy? What are his injuries like?
This man is, like, dying. Oddly enough, he looks like he's been stabbed. He's been sliced. How hardly are you looking at his wounds?
Just a quick summary was all
Yeah,
Yasuka was looking for.
Slashed at.
Sammy, go over here and help this guy. If I try to do it, I will probably kill him. I'm bad at this.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you can't do a Sammy voice.
Yeah, Yasuka has a medicine of +2. All right, and while Sammy's doing that, I would like to take a 15-minute rest and get my stamina back.
He's gonna push one of the dead guys out of his cot. Like,
Akalupu will join.
Yeah, sit by the fire. I would assume this guy's not talking, or at the most, he's kind of like gurgling out, help, monsters, stuff.
actually, he's if you're listening to him, he's actually saying, God, chill, as he drags himself towards this cliff.
Oh, wow. All right, Sammy might need to sedate him. Akalupu, be ready to tackle this guy if Sammy heals him enough.
Where's heal? What would that be? Herbalism lore?
So it depends. She can either use a spell, which just is automatically going to work, or she can use her medicine skill and roll it.
She's gonna use her medicine. Well, you know, if we're gonna take a 15-minute rest, we're gonna try. Now, what if the person is not willing? As a quick question.
I believe that the cure spell does require that the recipient be willing.
So they wouldn't actually get a check. They wouldn't be like a roll to see.
Yeah, it would just. Well, usually in that case, if you want to force it through anyway, then the person would have to do a will save against their spell save DC.
Okay. Just barely, she managed to cast heal and heal this guy. And where's the okay. So she does heal him a little bit, and though still bleeding seriously, he gets up and starts to climb this cliff. Just really going at it, saying, "Gotta kill."
Kill what? Hello? Akalupu, smack him!
Yeah, before he gets up the cliff, as soon as he stands up, Akalupu is going to tackle him.
Do you want to do a acrobat? Would that be acrobatics or strength?
I think it's athletics for a grapple.
That's what I meant to say. Not acrobatics. Akalubu does a...
Yeah, grapple is athletics.
Should I do an athletics check?
Maybe.
Huh?
Said maybe. It's freezing for no apparent reason.
You can always roll some real dice.
Yeah.
Or just use Roll20.
Good luck. Huh?
Or just use Roll20, maybe.
I don't know, Roll20 was cursing your rolls last time.
Yeah, dude.
No, that was...
I've got a dice right here.
17.
Okay.
Alright, and that is against his fortitude DC. Which is going to be 10 plus his fortitude bonus.
Okay. Oh, what'd you get?
17.
That does not succeed.
Alright, try again.
Would you like to roll again?
Here, Pipiopi and Yasuka can assist on this.
21.
That does succeed.
I have a plus
Dogpiling.
11. Like, I'm going to succeed eventually.
Well, Yasuka also got a 21, so you actually got a 26.
Alrighty, so you have grappled this fellow.
Yes.
He's going to try. Are you going to do anything?
No, I'm just holding him.
He's going to try to escape.
I'm going to continue to hold him. But
Would that be an athletics?
So he'll get a chance to escape first, which is going to be also an athletics check, which is also going to be against Akalupu's fortitude DC, which is going to be a 21. And
It doesn't
then
matter because he rolled a crit 81.
He rolled a
breaks
1.
his own neck.
He has dislocated both of his shoulders, just in his effort to get out to get something on top
Alright,
of
so
that
so
thing.
on a critical failure, basically Akalupu gets a free grapple success out of that. So now Akalupu, if you want to use that to tie him up, since you already have him grappled, you can do that.
Yes, that is what I want to do.
You're going to tie him up?
Yes.
Okay, he is tied up. And he's trying to get out. He's got this murderous look in his eye. He's just saying, gotta kill them all. Gotta kill them all. Gotta kill them all.
Calm down there, little
Let's fight.
mate. What are you talking about? Oh, that's bad.
He says, then he starts to like bite his own tongue.
Bloody cuckoo. Who are you fighting?
Bloody cuckoo.
And as he chokes on his own blood, he says, for the great shark. And then he dies.
Wow.
Oh, so he was working for the weird shark guy that's been cursing like the dinosaurs and stuff. All right, I'm gonna roll him into the water so he can float. Actually, no, we want that water to be drinkable.
You have now a pool of plenty of water.
I mean, as much as Yasuka wants to use him as a chair now, she will restrain herself.
Whoops.
All right, Yasuka wants to drag him away from the water before he bleeds into it anymore.
Okay. You have dragged him off away from the water.
Cool. Ew, he bled in the water. That's worse than peeing in the pool.
Don't pee.
What's that, man? What's that guy's problem?
I don't know. Evidently, he was working for some sort of great shark or whatever. I think the chief from the village said something about some sort of shark that was like causing curses and making bad stuff happen.
What's a beta? She says.
What a beta. All right. Well, it looks like your mom is not here anymore. I guess we should see which direction she went. Also, what time is it? Do we probably need to camp here for the night?
It is actually getting quite dark outside. It's like probably around like 5, but you see the sun start to crest behind the mountain.
Cool.
Hey, you done it? I probably wouldn't go out there if I were you.
Yeah.
But he's doing something.
Yeah, I was actually thinking we should like camp here for the evening. Would you want to make your gumbo here? There's even a fire already.
I do suppose I could. I don't know if I can get that supplies here, but a gumbo's a gumbo.
All right, well, Akalupu, why don't you grab some volunteers to bury all these bodies? Like, I don't know, put some rocks on top of them or whatever. And PBOP and I can do a quick scan and set up some traps, and then we should be able to like settle down here for the evening.
While y'all do
Well,
that,
Jim, I think that does sound like a pretty good plan.
we'll collect some splash, some little flashing gumbo. It's gonna kind of like slink off into the woods, swamp area.
Cool. I trust him to be able to forage for supplies better than any of us can. Also, completely pointless, but will you please delete this dot? It's distracting me.
I've been trying to figure out how to. Oh, Alright, here we go. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I was like looking for an eraser. I'm like, eraser. I could like draw white over it, but that wouldn't work.
Yeah, no, you just have to select it and then delete.
Oh, I just cleared all the drawings. Anywho.
All right, so PPOP and I, 2 goals. We want to check the surrounding area just to make sure it's relatively safe and that, check our entrances and exits. And then we would also like to see if we can get a feel for which direction Grace Glimmer has gone.
Alrighty.
So some perception checks, I assume?
Yes, that's about to say.
All right, Yasuka got a 22.
Alrighty. You're just like checking all around and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, we're taking our time. The bodies need to be buried anyway, so we're checking basically all around the camp. We could probably loot it at the same time, but obviously first thing while we still have good light is to see if we can figure out where Grace Glimmer went.
Alright, so you find lots of tracks, but you do find some tracks leading back out of the camp, going in a general northeastern direction. And it seems that these tracks are tracks of Coker biters. They're certainly not people tracks.
Do we see hoof prints or human footprints?
You see feet prints, actually.
Okay.
You see one set of human tracks and then a bunch of odd little...
Have we been seeing human prints this entire time that we've been tracking the hare?
Back in the swamp, it was too well trod by other creatures to tell.
Okay.
Those stupid gators just dragging their bellies along the ground, ruining our tracks.
Moving 5 feet at a time.
Yep.
In the bushes over here, what did you roll?
22. And PPOP
Right.
hasn't rolled yet, so PPOP, if you want to go, you might get something even higher.
No, I got a 17.
Okay.
Well, in the bushes over here, you find hiding an old buddy.
Another body?
No, an old buddy.
Is that freaking Mako?
Maybe.
All
I thought we
right.
kill him.
Yes. No, I am actually going to attack him immediately as soon as I spot him.
Oh, okay.
Because he's supposed to be in custody, right?
Yep.
So you have, what would that be, like, surprise?
If he hasn't noticed me yet, then yes, that would be a surprise round.
Yes. Alrighty. So, instead of taking everybody off the stage, because you don't plan on calling for backup, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, fine. Make me work hard.
As soon as the surprise round is over and it no longer matters, like, as part of my surprise attack, I am going to yell for the group.
Gotta remove all the meats.
Man, I feel bad about, like, untying the guy who's going to go kill him now. Could have done our work for us.
Maybe.
Crazy shark guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to crawl that direction. Alrighty. So as far as rolling for initiative, how does that work for surprise?
In surprise rounds, basically you roll initiative as normal, but then only people who are not surprised, so everyone except Mako, can act.
Okay.
Now, in this case, because I'll be yelling for everyone, I would say that they also probably can't act in the first round.
Okay.
Also, where was I when I spotted Mako? I just kind of made a guess and placed myself.
I kind of assumed you were, like, down here, but...
Yeah, go ahead and move me where I should be.
Okay. I assumed you're like right here and kind of saw him like hiding in that bush.
Sounds good.
So start back. Hi. And I just tried to kill me. All right. So just go through and say skip or acted.
Yeah, just say acted.
All right. As it so happens, you are the second person.
Yeah, conveniently enough. All right. Well, we are going to Scorching Ray. Surprise, surprise. All right, let's do this. All right, does a 23 hit?
Let's see. A 23 does hit.
Does a 22 hit?
A 22, if it matches the AC, that is hit, right?
Correct. As long as it is at the same or higher, then it hits. All right, so then a 24 hits as well. So all three of these.
You like obliterated.
I mean, we'll see what I roll for damage.
Oh,
oh wow. Okay, so 27, 28, and 23. That's too many numbers for my tiny brain. Let me pull out the calculator. All right. Plus 28 plus 23. 78. Yeah, 78 damage.
78?
Yeah.
So, as he's sitting there,
this is why I use Scorching Ray.
You just all see over the hill a giant puff of smoke and fire come up. Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yasuka's the best. That's what you hear coming over the hill.
Where's the...
All right. Have you forgotten how to mark people dead again?
No, I just thought that'd be fun.
I think you're... Oh, no, you're good. The drawn X's are pretty good. Almost as good as the frowny faces.
Almost. Not quite.
All right. Well, Yasuka's going to search the body.
There is no body. There is a little crater. And ash.
Are there any belongings? Any last note saying, I hope they don't kill me, I'm actually one of the good guys? There is what looks like some weird liquid seeping into the ground. All right. Yasuka might be able to identify it. Let's see. Crafting or probably crafting, right?
Yeah.
All right, 16.
It looks like a soup of various alchemical ingredient of potions.
How did he get all this so quickly? I already took his stuff. Frickin' Mako. She's gonna kick some dirt into the crater.
It lights on fire, then it freezes, and then it melts. All
right, and no one is coming over to see what happened, despite a giant explosion and Yasuka being a sore winner.
John Baptiste was like, "You coming? You making some gumbo over here?"
Yeah, I made some gumbo out of this guy. Well, I made him into a crater anyway. Does that count?
No.
Yeah. Well, then I guess not.
a winner.
Yeah.
Numbo is for winners.
Yeah, this guy has been creeping on us for a while. Oh, hey, Akalupu, see what's left of freaking Mako? Anna, you're on mute.
Okay. Akalup was like, well, that's wow.
Yeah, I wonder what he was trying to do this time. Probably making quote-unquote healing potions in the woods in the middle of the night again.
To be fair, I think you are probably right. He seemed like a rather suspicious character.
Well, there are certain moves that need to be out to make certain remedies.
Yeah, he was also trying to swim into the ocean. I get the feeling he was probably working for the Great Shark too.
That does seem like a pretty good idea. Does seem rather odd that the other fellow also wanted to kill him and seemed like he was working for the shark.
I mean, you're assuming that he even knew he was here hiding in this bush. Like, why would he still be here if there was a crazy person trying to crawl his way over?
Well, to be fair, he wasn't very successful and was dying, so maybe he just thought he was going to already be dead.
Yeah, well, guess who's already dead? I guess both of them, but you know what I mean.
Everybody. The answer, when surrounded by us, is everybody.
Only if they're weird or bad, though. Well, I guess the wrong kind of weird, because, like, no offense, Jean-Baptiste, but you definitely qualify as weird.
I do concur on that one.
One man's weird, another man's normal.
Yeah, spoken like a true weirdo.
I actually live out here to get away from all them weirdos. Them shop worshiping water leather. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some gumbo.
Alrighty. Alright, did we find anything else in our scouting?
You find hair. You find more pink hair.
Yeah, I was just gonna start picking it up to make a wig. We have found so much hair. Like, Grace Glimmer is going to need this wig by the time we get to her. I'm just kidding, I'm not actually gonna do that.
Oh, that's. Oh, I forgot to wrap the scene. Didn't last long.
That's why I use... Also, I am, like, now also out of level 2 spell slots, so that's fun. But yeah, that's why I use Scorching Ray.
Spending the night. Hold on, I gotta do a roll real quick.
I love how Mako's body is marked dead 3 different ways.
He's really, really dead. Alrighty.
There's also no way he didn't see us coming into this camp, so...
No, maybe he was doing something. Maybe his hands were tied. You don't know, he just saw his back. Could have been tied up behind the bush.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Getting a little too friendly with that bush, that's what I think.
Hey, we never know what's in the bush now. We'll never... Unless it was P.P.O.P.'s mom. Dun dun dun. Y'all just keep looking for her. She's got to be here somewhere.
There's just pink hair on the edges of this smoking crater.
That's... I didn't know Macau had pink hair.
maybe just the same way Pipiopi does.
Yeah.
Well, there's no race limits on the island.
Well, later that night, does anyone want to do anything before they settle in?
Is there any other loot to be had?
No, it looks like it's actually been, despite what it appears. Aside from some food, there isn't much.
All right, well, we'll throw it in the gumbo pot.
Oh, it's already in there, son. And
It
as you
smells
notice-
so good already.
Oh, just you wait. You ain't lived till you had some good gumbo. And you do notice there's actually two pots. There's a big pot and then a somewhat smaller pot.
Is the smaller pot shiny?
Well, no, they're both very black pots. I should stick with it. Very, very black pots. Although from the other one, the smaller pot, it seems the colors in it seem to be like the food seems to be more vibrant, and most of the smell is coming from this second pot.
Is it a magic pot?
The pot does not look like it. It looks like a pot.
Even if I use detect magic on it?
It looks like it's a pot.
Okay.
Hey there, JB. What is it? Why do you have these two different pots here?
Oh, you see, this is just gumbo. This, only some small pot, is gumbo. This gumbo is for winners.
Huh. And how do you judge such winners?
You gotta win, son.
Hey, PPOP, would you like to arm wrestle?
I'll pass. Do you want to play jacks?
Hey, unicorn, would you like to arm wrestle?
We should see who can remember Captain Lady's name. Yeah, I'll arm wrestle you. Get over here.
All right, what we rolling?
Strength, I assume.
Yeah.
You ready for my +0 strength, Anna?
You never know. I've been rolling very badly.
All right, I got an 18.
I got a 20. I did not beat you by that much.
Do you want to describe your victory?
Yes, after much back and forth and sweating and groaning and Akolupu barely manages to press her hand down and win.
Oh, you slammed my... Why'd you slam my hand so hard? Yasuka says, shaking her hand.
Well, I was intending to be gentle. I'm sorry that my massive and manly physique does not allow me such pleasantries as gentleness.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, son. Here you go. I don't know if I consider that too much of a victory. He gives you a bowl, and then he also gives a bowl of a special gumbo to Yasuka.
Yeah.
Seeing as you're the only one who took out one of them gators back there, and I don't know if it was a fair fight, but you took out that horse gun behind that bush over there.
Yeah, did you see when I killed that gator? I was like, whoosh, and then I was like, wah, and then wham, 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 and then I froze him, and he exploded.
Quash Spectacular. And if y'all would like to give yourselves 5 extra stamina points. I don't know if you can do that.
I mean, I already have full.
No, I mean like additional.
So, like, temporary hit points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where you would set that without an item. Excuse me, I'm dying over here.
We've all been dying. Or I said we all. I just mean dying from the plague.
Or in my case, just breathing water for no reason.
You can just write it down. That way next time, whatever this damage, just put
Sweet.
5 minus.
Reduce the damage I take by 5 next time. Can do, hopefully.
So the night is going to drag on.
I want to challenge PPOB to a shooting contest on this target over here. PPOB! You need to be a winner too! Either that or I can have more gumbo. Come do archery with me.
Okay, let's do it. You're on.
I don't have a bow. Is it okay if I use my throwing dart?
Sure.
Alright, who goes first?
You. Challenger goes first.
Alright, just you watch this, and she's gonna face away from the target and try to throw it behind her. And I'm gonna say that gives me disadvantage. Does that sound good? So basically I have roll twice, take the worst of the two?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Can you? Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries. Alright. Oh wow, I just can't roll low. 22.
Jeez. Your dart goes soaring through the air and hits pretty darn close to the middle. Right, PPOP.
Ah. I rolled off of my desk. Nat 20, baby.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh, okay.
You just
You
split
shoot
my
the
dart in
dagger
half.
Right in half. With a dart.
Actually, please don't do that. I only have the one and it's very expensive.
It's too late for that.
So it goes under it and shoots out.
Well, was yours directly in the middle? Because mine is directly in.
Yeah, no, yours is definitely more in the middle than mine.
Yours goes past the target, does the U-turn, and shoots out the middle from the other side.
You just shoot out twice. You shoot it through the middle, then it bounces off a rock, comes back out the middle, and then hits another target on the other side.
Yeah, that's how PPOP killed JFK too.
In the book repository. No, I'm just kidding. Looks like everybody's trying to be a winner tonight. Although if everybody's a winner, say
Akalupu, stop staring at the crater. I know it's impressive, but it's not that fun.
Akalupu comes back after taking a large dump in the crater.
Oh, desecrating. I'm not gonna lie, I was there for a second tempted to also do something similar into the crater, but decided against it.
Akalupu has no such compunctions.
Hey, Akalupu didn't want to dig his own hole. Why dig his own hole when there's already a hole there?
Right? This simplifies burying those bodies so much. Just throw them all in the crater and put a rock on top.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the
solved.
crater is full of like some sort of like noxious.
True, we could just dissolve the bodies. It'll be like it never
Yeah.
happened.
Well, she kind of went just like crime site.
As long as they,
Crime scene cleaners.
don't come back to life for some reason.
You know, a bunch of weird stuff. Whose turds are just gonna come to
They're following us around. Boink, boink, boink.
Akalupu would still adopt them.
Probably. Name it Turdy.
Yeah, whatever the name of the Christmas poo is from South Park.
Mr. Hanky.
That's it.
There we go.
Hi, sorry, I dropped out. I was like, man, he's just so quiet.
All right, and then PPOP, we were gonna set up some traps. Do you want to roll some crafting? See if we can set up some like trip lines or something.
Counterpoint. Can I roll nature instead?
Yeah,
What
does
kind of like traps are you doing?
I think survival might make sense, but not nature. Nature is a knowledge skill.
I'll take survival. Because I can use my assurance to guarantee a 16 survival.
Nice. Yeah, no, survival definitely would make sense. Foraging for food, building shelters, all that kind of stuff. That definitely works for making traps.
Yeah, so I'll take the 16 for survival.
All right, so what are the like obvious entrances? I figure we want a trap like across here.
Yeah. So that's a pretty obvious entrance.
Are there any other places that, because we scouted the area out specifically looking for this information?
This area is kind of open if someone wants to come across. And then if you wanted, I don't know, like put some alarm bells on top of the bluff. That's kind of like on the cliff area.
All right, sounds good.
Just draw one giant circle around.
That's cheating.
Alrighty. So the night passes. You all got some good hearty gumbo in your bellies.
All right, everyone, don't forget to give yourself a night's rest.
Yay!
Don't die.
I will endeavor not
Then
to.
perhaps he should die and save us the problem of our surplus population.
My nice rest button doesn't work.
Well, since you don't have any spells, just go ahead. How much hit point damage do you have?
Hold on.
23 out of 24.
Hit points? Oh, that's how I see. If you're only missing one hit point, then yeah, just make yourself full. Make sure your stamina's full. And your resolve points should be full as well.
Great. We're full.
Don't forget to give Sammy a night's rest to refresh her spells. And Mano Anui, I think, has only cast one cantrip this entire time, so...
She cast the weird one that like comes out and it's like a weird dark matter of death thing.
Who knows what she's been casting deep into the night when we don't know about it.
You're not wrong.
So, human sacrifice. That's crazy.
That's okay. Akalupu still helps her clean up whenever she has a cut with his shiny red rock.
I don't know who's going to start getting worried of that dang rock. Why do I know he knows what that rock is? What is this? Okay. Alright. Does anybody want to do anything during the night?
Akalupu's going to do some things during the night.
Okay.
But he doesn't want to tell anybody about them.
Okay.
I don't think anybody wants to know.
Well, Akalupu's during his mystery things.
Yasuka's gonna annoy PPOP by poking him in the foot with a stick every time he's almost asleep.
Why?
Because it's Yasuka.
All right, I'm sleeping over here now.
It's up in
You're sleeping on the crates. That seems
Well,
uncomfortable.
I was going for the here. On the sleeping.
There you go. Alright, once Yasuka sees that she's actually annoying you more than anything else, she'll stop, and then after you fall asleep, she's gonna come over here.
Thank you. I'm sure.
That way you can't leave again.
Can't leave it. He has no feet, he can't leave.
Yeah, Yasuka's gonna tie you to a bed and break your knees. Misery style.
I just showed Anna that movie not that long.
It's like over a year ago.
It wasn't that long.
That was. Yeah, it was. It was before Hadassah.
That's more than a year ago.
I told you it was more than a year ago.
Alrighty.
So yeah, in case you hadn't noticed, Yasuka often acts out for attention. So that would be the why of why she was poking you in the foot with a stick.
Why?
As the sun rises,
She's like my cat.
knocks over bottles. So as the sun rises, actually before the sun rises, you feel a hard nudge to you.
Who?
Who?
Oh, PPOP. I'm sorry.
I immediately draw my dagger.
And you're like, Yasuka, if you freaking.
Come on, son. Time to go.
Go where? What time?
Want to get
Don't
up
just
for
sneak up
them?
on me while I'm sleeping like that.
This is something. I was gonna kill you, son. You wouldn't be waking up.
Yeah, that's
Now
what you
listen,
think.
boy. Time to get up. You gotta go. Gotta get on the track before them gators get out.
Okay. I'm up.
Wake up your girlfriend there. I'm gonna go rouse the others.
Dude, Yasuka's
Yasuka.
gonna roll over until her head is in your lap and be like, 5 more minutes.
No.
Why?
PPOP's gonna go fill up a bucket with water and begin dumping it on people who are still asleep.
Sammy is going to gently try and wake up Aqua and like, I think it's time to get up.
Yeah, once
Also rolls over until he's in her lap and says, "No, 5 more minutes."
I think PPOP's gonna dunk some water on you if you don't wake up.
yeah, and once
I'm coming.
once PPOP moves out from under Yasuka's head, she'll actually start getting up, but she's still like rubbing the sleep out of her eyes.
Now that was a close one.
Are we doing pranks?
And lady's definitely asleep, right? She's hungover, so she gets the
She
water.
is definitely asleep.
All right, Yasuka's like, no, wait! I want to do pranks too. She's gonna grab water and join you. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
PPOP holds the water, so only Yasuka dumps the water.
What in the blazes is going on? What? There's no way to wake up a person.
I know, can you believe it? I couldn't stop her.
That's mean. You have a bucket of water too.
Where? PPOP drops the bucket of water. Just right at his feet.
That's cheating! She's gonna chase you.
Ah! PPOP grabbed the bucket and dumps it on Akalupa as he runs past. Can't catch me when I climb.
Yasuka's just gonna laugh at Akalupu's spluttering, and it's gonna slow her down, so she's not gonna catch up to PPOP anytime soon. And
Okay,
then,
JB. I think everyone's awake.
All right. Best getting. You said your mama was that pink-haired lady?
Yeah. Let's get her.
you know, I've been wondering, am I leaving like a trail of blue hair everywhere we go?
Yes. Yes, you are.
That does
I think the
not
blue
seem very
is just
good.
harder to see than the pink.
Blends in better. Guys, look, I'm sure that's not how anyone has been tracking anybody. Don't even worry.
Hold on, JB. Let me disarm this trap for you.
Oh, that's what that was. I thought my little friends were just trying to play a joke on me. Don't worry about that. Just gonna walk off in this direction.
Bye, JB. Make us gumbo again sometime.
Oh, he was gonna show y'all where the
Oh, he's actually not leaving.
no.
Oh, I thought he was
He was
leaving.
show y'all the path to your mom.
Oh, all right. Then we'll follow. And Yasuka is like uncharacteristically quiet and in the back of the group.
Spider consistently. Ah. Sorry. I forgot that people were kind of scattered on this. There we go. I forgot to mention, there's been a meek following you, Akalupu. Everywhere like you've gone. Huh?
You're muted again, Anna.
I said, "Oh, good. He'd better be."
That's why that you know, he was snuggling with you last night. That's why you slept so well.
Right.
Yeah.
That cold, scaly body just really feels nice, I guess.
Akalupu sleeps hot. What can you say?
Let's go this way. Up in here. I think they're taking her to beyond the bridge. I don't usually leave the swamp.
So you just let us here? You're not leading us?
So I was gonna leave you to go that way, and that's where the bridge is. That way down a bit. I can take you as far as the bridge, but like I said, I don't go beyond that bridge.
Ew, I found something sticky and white on the ground.
Ooh,
That's
lot
what
of
she
those
said.
around here.
See, I told you I found something sticky and white on the ground.
Can y'all see anything?
Yes, even though it's, there we go. It's fully loaded. I don't see our characters though. Oh, there we go.
Hold on.
Yasuka has exited this dimension. Also, our tokens are friggin' huge.
Tiny. Oh. After a ways of walking through the dense underbrush and many marshy ground of the jungle. No, not the jungle, of the marsh. It's like a marsh in a jungle. You come out to a somewhat clearing. This big river flows. See this huge bridge. Here's the bridge I was telling you about. I think if I had to bet, I'd say they went through across here and took your mama up to them cliffs up there. He points off into the distance where there's cliffs.
Yeah, this bridge seems kind of sus. Do you think it's gonna hold us?
Don't know. Never been on it. Not my business. Not my problem.
Also, I'm pretty sure I just found the Holy Grail.
Yep, that coach been there for a while. I never grabbed it. Never looked at it. Not beyond my purview, as they say.
Do you think it's cursed?
Not my business.
But what if you
All
could
right,
make
JB.
gumbo in it?
No, nothing could make gumbo better than old Luis here. He says he passed through gumbo pot, which seems to have materialized out of thin air.
And what is that pot even made of?
This pot
Yeah.
is probably the essence of gumbo.
Well, I will pretend that makes sense.
I wouldn't expect someone like you to quite understand how necessary gumbo is.
He's just wearing a Gumbo is Love, Gumbo is Life shirt.
He is. Gumbo is love. Gumbo is life. And gumbo is for. Well, here's that bridge. Bye.
Bye, JB. Definitely make us gumbo again sometime. That was super good.
What about my swamp again?
Oh,
You
wait.
can have all the gumbo you
What was
want.
in that gumbo? Was there meat in the gumbo?
There was a lot in the gumbo. There was definitely some things that like had the texture and tasted like meat. And there was definitely a lot of taste that you haven't tasted before.
All right, well, if there was meat in the gumbo, Yasuka can't digest meat.
Well, she going.
So we'll have to retcon a little bit of what happened because she was not feeling good last night.
There were also some digestional herbs in there that aid the digestion.
Okay. Magic herbs.
Hey,
Magic
are you
herb.
saying this?
All right, then I'll let that one slide just because that way we don't have to retcon anything.
Yasuka doesn't eat meat. None of the unicorns eat meat.
Yeah, they're herbivores. They're unicorns. They're horses.
Good if they're carnivores, cannibals, maybe.
No. Cannibals. No.
You never know. You never know.
But no, the cannibals. I mean, you guys didn't dig too much into the lore, so I just kind of let it slide. Like I didn't want to push the lore too much on you guys. But the cannibals were not the unicorns.
Oh. It was magical. The magic of gumbo, I should say. Right, so now, as you see JP walk into the dark of
Wait,
the,
he's John
the swamp.
Baptiste now?
John Baptiste.
Well, you said JP.
Don't worry about it, son. You see him disappear into the shadow of the forest, of the swamp, jungle.
Don't
area.
go hiding in any bushes and looking like Mako.
No promises.
Me either.
But luckily for Yasuka, I don't know if Jean Baptiste has the flaming spell.
All right.
No, she was saying for his benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no promises
said-
that if he is hiding in a bush looking like Mako, that she won't turn him into a crater.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Yasuka's gonna go a little bit further onto the bridge and then flop down onto her back and says, "I'm tired of walking on these little spindly legs you guys have." How do you even do it? It's so exhausting.
Someone skipped leg day, if you know what I'm saying. Here, just take a little bit of liquid strength, and she like gives you an unmarked bottle of something.
Yeah, it's just got 3 X's on it, and it's definitely not like 95% pure alcohol.
No.
She's just been drinking Everclear this entire time.
By the time you
would
finish
explain a
this,
few
you won't be
things.
able to feel your legs, trust me.
I mean, that feels like that would make it even worse. These are so hard to balance on as it is.
Shoot yourself. Says she takes a swig.
All right, Yasuka's gonna turn back into a unicorn. She's tired of walking on 2 feet. So that's gonna be a couple minutes though.
Hey, what did that rock look like? Does anybody remember? Not know what I was gonna ask.
You mean the one with the mermaid lady pouring water into a chalice or whatever?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
I'm just saying. There was a chalice. And there's a chalice.
Your face is a chalice.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Yeah.
Yasuka will finish turning into her horse form. Her unicorn form, so she'll roll over and stand back up. That's so much better. It means that your question is stupid.
Well, I'm just saying. I think one of us should go get that chalice.
I vote we dangle Sammy out of a rope like bait.
I mean, I guess you could do that, but I don't really have long arms.
How big is this chalice? Is it big enough Sammy would have trouble grabbing it?
I mean, she'd have to grab it with 2 hands. It would be. It's like I don't know, probably about from your mid chest, like your eyes. How big it is?
How far down from the bridge is it?
It's about, let's see, 10 to 15 feet.
All right, Yasuka's gonna go over. Fine, I'll get your chalice. So she's gonna use Mage Hand.
Your mage hand actually does not work.
This thing doesn't like magic, evidently. Hello? Anybody?
Right?
Akalubu is gonna bring some rope over and make it into a makeshift lasso.
Want to give me a crafting roll?
Or PBOP could just spider climb down this pillar and grab it.
Oh yeah. I've got spider climb.
I
Look
just
at
love the
me, I'm
mental
climbing on the
image
side.
of like
If I didn't want to waste a spell slot, Yasuka would join you because she actually does have spider climb.
I love the mental image though of like PPOP in his centaur form.
Right,
But,
just
like,
spider
all the
horse.
hands are- Yeah.
It takes a lot of core strength, when he's spider horsing it up.
It does. All right. Now you're on the pile of rubble. You see before you, almost set in place, a ginormous silver chalice.
Ginormous how? Like how ginormous?
Like I said, from about your chest to about your eye level.
All right, so we need to have Akalupu drop down a rope. You can tie around the chalice and lift it up that way.
Well, you can still pick it up. You just have to grasp it with like two hands to move. It's like really bulky looking.
Oh, so you do need to spider horse here. Then you have your hands free while you can still climb.
Okay, I need to meditate and turn into centaur form.
Stop. No.
How you pinch that baby?
Because she was trying to pull up all my cilantro.
Poor babe. Speaking of babies, I have a baby begging for my attention.
Now, Midnight's trying to walk across your keyboard again.
No, he's just staring at my back intently.
Just wondering whether or not his claws are long enough to get to your spine.
He's been having a rough day. He's not feeling so hot. He had some throw up earlier and was taking a nap, and now he's like, okay, what the fuck?
Poor
Pay
kitty.
attention to me.
So you have successfully turned into your centaur form.
All right, let's do it.
Yasuka's gonna cast Detect Magic first, just in case this thing has some sort of horrible curse on it before he grabs it.
You detect almost a void of magic.
Nice. You should be fine. It seems like it just negates magic or whatever. And since you don't have much magic, you should be totally fine.
Okay, great. I bear hug the cup and proceed to climb the pillar.
So as you bear hug the cup, if you could go back down to the to the curse, you hear a chorus of voices start to sing, and I am gonna need to get hold on 1 second. A will save from everybody.
25. My white dice not being mean to me today.
Nice. All right. 28 from Yasuka.
Hey guys, why is there a cat on the stage? Did somebody have it?
I didn't.
Drugami? A cat?
Oh, it's because you have John Baptiste on there. He probably has that as a familiar.
Probably. I was like, what the heck?
I got 11, so I'm going to use a hero point and re-roll that.
That's a good idea.
You've got plenty of those to use this session.
Yes, that's part of the reason. I got a 20 now.
A 20?
Yes.
Alrighty. And what did I gotta get the ones from everyone. What did Yasuka get?
28.
28, and then PPOP got a 24. Right?
25.
25. Let's see if Mono and Dewey can pull it out. Oh, sad. See about Sammy.
Now, do these voices remind us of the screaming in the cave, perhaps?
Yeah, so it sounds similar to that, but it actually sounds like music this time.
Hmm.
Sounds more like what Jean Baptiste told you guys about, except for more than one voice. You could even say a ghostly fire. Go back. Come on. Told. That's my numbers. PC's are fine. That's weird. Okay, so as you hear this scene occur, you see Mano Anui just collapse. Just kind of go into a trance. I'm sorry, he doesn't collapse. He goes into a trance and just not very responsive to anybody.
Akalupu, I told you not to drink Captain Lady's stuff.
Not Akalupu. I'm sorry, Mano Anui. Did I say Akalupu?
Yeah, I think you did. Maybe I misremember.
I heard Mono Anui. I can't remember now though.
Okay. Well, it was Mano Anui. Who's going
Okay.
into
Mano Anui, I told you not to drink the Captain Lady's stuff. Ethiopia, it's happening again.
All right, Yasuka, what are you going to do?
Oh, we're in initiative order?
We are in initiative order. I'm sorry, I should have said something.
Let's see. Well, there are no enemies apparent, correct?
That is correct.
All right, well, then she's going to hold her turn and wait for Peepiopi to join her, and then she is going to give him the bottle of singing stuff. She's gonna be like, maybe if you pour this in the chalice, it'll help.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
No!
Who said that?
I'm
Is
sorry,
that Mono
guys.
Anui screaming?
Yes.
No, that
Mano
comes from the
Anui's
sky
daughter,
as
hit
the GM
button.
suddenly vanishes.
Wow, the Ghostly Choir is the most dangerous enemy in the game. It can delete God.
Don't worry about it, guys. It's all okay.
Were there small fingers at your power button again?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so then Akalupu, you would be the next one to act.
Akalupu. I guess Akalupu is just gonna like walk. Like over there? Yeah. I'll like take 2 turns, walk here, and then probably just go into rage.
Will that help your will saves?
I don't think it hurts. Yeah, it doesn't hurt them. So.
All right, well, if you want to use rounds of rage when there's nothing to hit, you can do that.
Yeah, but I mean, it takes like an action. Okay, fine. He won't go into rage. He just does nothing.
Now you know how Yasuka feels.
All right. Mano Anui is going to take.
Isn't the Ghostly Choir next?
It is. This is. I'm sorry. So as you hear the scene intensify, you'll all of a sudden see Mano Anui grasp his head and scream, and Mano Anui is now dying.
Is now what?
Dying.
Oh,
He dying.
well, that's fun.
All right. Now it is Sammy's turn. Sammy is going to try and. Whoops. What have I done? What have I done? Okay. I don't know why I put you on deferred. Nope. Stop. There we go.
This
Alright,
cat is
Sammy.
so stupid. I put his food out like a half hour ago, and he was coming to beg for food. I literally just walked over to his food bowl, and he's happy. He didn't check where the food goes.
I mean, the food comes from the people, right? So clearly the people need to wait on him hand and foot. Or
Just
paw
so
and other paw, I suppose.
And no wonder he threw up. He ate a whole leaf off of this plant. It's just a dumbass.
So Sammy's going to stabilize and heal Mono, or try and heal Mono.
Yeah, and sometimes cats and dogs will eat like plants to make themselves throw up on purpose if their stomachs are not feeling good, so that could have been the case.
Be true.
All right, PPOP, it is your turn.
I am going to first try and put some of the blue potion into the chalice.
Well, you don't have it yet. I didn't want to throw it to you because I was worried it would miss and break.
Oh, okay, so I'll come up to you first. And then I'll take the potion, and then I'll put it in there.
Yeah, as you're sitting on Aklupu's face.
No, you put it, you pour it in there, and nothing discernible seems to happen.
Okay, then I drop the chalice.
So you drop the chalice.
Yes, I place it on the ground.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you have placed it on the ground. That has happened.
And still, we're still experiencing symptoms.
You're still yes, you still hear the singing. The strange ghostly tune.
Okay, well, we better
Actually,
get this potion to Mano Anui.
Do any of us, like, is there enough for, like, any of us to sip on it?
Oh yeah, one thing we still haven't addressed, there was writing on the stone as well. Could any of us read it?
Well, Akalupu has been able to read a lot of things now that he's got the bracelet. Is Akalupu able to read the writing on the stone?
I don't believe so. I believe it is also in Abyssal. Yes.
Well, good thing Mano Anui has been useless this entire time.
Is Akalupu able to read the other stone picture thing we got?
I'm sorry, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, the one
no,
with the
you-
mermaid and the chalice.
Akalupu can read that one.
Hadassah. No. No.
Hadassah. What the paint? I'm sorry, my daughter's trying to like take paint from my mini desk and drink it. And I'm just saying that's not good for your health. It's like a cat. It tastes so good,
You don't even need a cat.
right? We've got like a cat, except that's more like capable, but also has less like survival instincts.
It's a dangerous combo when you give a cat opposable thumbs.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, so what does the rock? What does mermaid rock say?
So as Akalupu takes it out, he reads it, and there's one word that he doesn't really understand, but the other word says life.
It says what?
Life.
All right, well, that's useful.
The second word, the top word. You can read it, but it seems to be a name of some sort.
Akalupu is going to relay this information in frustration and put the rock in his pouch.
All right, Yasuka is going to take the chalice over to Mono Anui and pour some of the blue stuff into her mouth.
So you do that. Mono Anui kind of breaks from the trance. Oh, I got some. Okay. Mono Anui is going to say, "Hey guys, you know that weird writing that was inside the tomb?
Yeah, the one you said you couldn't read?
I got some.
Well, I figured it out magically. Don't worry about it, guys. I think we need to play some sort of tune."
All right, well, does anyone have perform? Yasuka has a +4 on performance.
I think it said something about
I have a +8.
responding to the music and soothing something.
The instrument.
Yeah, I've got it. I'll pull out the whatever it's called, the double-sided flute.
All right, so is it a performance roll then?
It is.
I think I can figure out how to play this.
Yeah, all that time playing with a grass whistle.
I got a 20.
Did you get a nat 20?
No, a total 20.
Oh, okay. So you start to play a few something. I don't know. What do you want to describe how you're playing it? Like what kind of tune you're trying to make?
Like the Ocarina of Time.
Nice. At playing it, you notice that the singing gets quieter. And it changes from like a minor key to a major key. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
Don't die.
I'll try not to. But no problem. Good, maybe. Alrighty.
On the rubbing that we got from inside the sarcophagus, was there any like musical notation or anything in there?
There was. My gosh, guys. I really am gonna die. But Mono Ranui doesn't know how to I assume our people don't.
Yeah, none of us would know musical notation.
Yasuka wouldn't?
No, none of us would. I mean, Yasuka might recognize it, but there's no way she knows how to play it. Like, she might be able to say, oh, this is musical notation, but she's not going to know how to read it.
Oh. Well, it looks... good gravy. It looks as if... Sorry, I'm going to try not to cough. Gosh dang it. I wish there was something I was like choking on so I could just like cough it out or whatever. But
did you pick up the crud or is it just allergies?
I think it's some sort of like cold. I don't know. I've only had a running nose.
Might just be allergies then.
Maybe. I hope so. Well, I hope not, because then we'd have to do this again next year. Anywho, so as Mono is kind of looking at Akalupu's little indentation. She says, it looks like you have to try and match the melody they're making. She says.
Okay, well, that's something that you could do with just a performance roll.
Yeah. Did you already do your performance roll? I'm so sorry. I forgot.
Yeah, he rolled earlier and got a 20, but at that point, he was just doing Ocarina of Time music.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. So you notice that the singing is less intense, but it's still there. I assume everyone wants to defer until it's PPOP's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna need a will save from everybody.
PPOB, blow harder.
21 will save.
Nice, that will work.
All right, Yasuka got a 27.
Also will work. Oh, Mono Anui got a nat 20. He's just like, not listening, I guess. They're not going to get.
That's a good point. Can we just plug our ears?
26.
No. Not anymore. I'm just kidding. What does Sammy get? Sammy gets a 17, but that actually works now. Alright, now it is PPOP's turn.
Hell yeah. Let's do another performance roll.
Yes.
All right. Oh, that was a good one. 27.
Nice. So you notice now that the singing gets very, very quiet, and it sounds less like intense and more like, like a nice, happy choir singing. And then it just disappears altogether.
Man, I should consider a class change to a bard.
As you all are standing around, you see a light appear in the water. And all of a sudden emerges a mermaid, or what you would understand as a mermaid, but a lady with looking like a fish tail.
Oh, she needs to pour the blue stuff into the chalice. Hey, Starbucks lady!
Hold on one second. Gosh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why.
And then is she actually a medium creature, or not a medium, a large creature?
She is not a large creature.
Okay.
There we go. And almost it seems like as a rising of the water as she flows this way. And you see that she has a pitcher in her hand. And she's kind of looking at the cup, which is, I think, still right here on the ground.
No, we took it up with us. And then Yasuka would be holding it right now because Yasuka took it over to Manawanui to pour blue stuff in her face.
Oh. So she's just going to be staring at the chalice. Because it's kind of out of her reach.
right, Yaska will come up. Hey there, Starbucks lady. Can you talk?
Do you have the chalice?
Yes, Yaska has the chalice currently.
So she's going to pour the liquid inside to the chalice.
How is she doing
And-
that from the water? Like 15 feet below me.
There we go.
Okay, so she's jumped up onto the edge of the bridge.
The water seems to have flowed up,
Oh, right.
sort of like carrying her. And she
Okay.
pours into the chalice, and you have a vision of of you being in the middle of this huge lake with this ginormous tower in front of you. And in the vision, you pour out the whatever's in the chalice, the liquid in the chalice, into this little bowl, and the water disappears. And then that's the end of the vision.
All right. Do I feel as though there is any special significance to specifically the water she poured into the chalice?
You do feel like there's special significance to the water she poured into the chalice.
All right, well, this is going to be fun, considering the chalice has no lid.
Don't worry about it. It's also this strange, almost like milky white substance, or in color.
Mm. I'm not going to say anything.
It looks like sake, like that kind of milky white.
Mm.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. It's an alternative milk. Anywho, and you see this woman just disappear back underneath the waves of the river.
Goodbye, Starbucks lady. You might want to braid your hair. Evidently, we lose a lot of it. Also,
way,
in case no one has noticed, the reason Yasuka was being quiet in the back of the group is that she has braided her hair and then put the braid up in a bun.
He's like, I'm not going bald today. Not today.
Now, of course, she hasn't done that to her tail since she went into horse form, so only somewhat effective.
Still losing 50%. Excuse me. Mono, I knew he's gonna come up and say, What was that about?
I don't know. She just poured white stuff in this cup, and then I got like this vision of like a tower in the middle of a lake, and then like pouring water into a bowl. I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess, that this is something we're gonna have to do when we get to, the tower in the middle of the island.
That's interesting. She didn't say anything. You just
No, I even asked her if she could talk, and she was all like quiet and mysterious.
how foreboding. Interesting. I wonder. I wonder how we're gonna transport that. Does it have to stay in the chalice? You think?
I don't know. You tell me how weird magic stuff works.
You're the one who got the weird vision.
Yeah, and I told you what I saw in the vision.
Milky-looking substance.
I'm gonna try pouring a little bit of the contents of the chalice into a different container.
It transfers. You see, once it leaves the chalice, you see that the edges look like they're like where the waterline edge. I don't know if that's the right word, but the perimeter of the water. So like, looks as if there's a shining glow to it. shining golden glow.
In the chalice or the parts that I pour out?
The parts that you pour out.
Interesting. Does the chalice magically refill back to full?
It does now. That's cool.
Oh, well, that makes this way easier. Now we could just pour goop on everything.
The pirate lady's gonna come and say, Why did that tart just give you her breast milk?
I don't know. You try it. And I'm going to hand her the part that I pulled out.
She's gonna smell it. She's gonna down it and like, oh. Whatever it is, it tastes surprisingly good.
Oh, thank you for being thank you for being the guinea pig. As long as you don't, like, I don't know, grow a third eye or something.
Grow a third eye. She parts her hair and you just see it. No, I'm just kidding.
I've had a third eye this whole time.
Right. Well, why don't you just give me a little bit more of that? Just gonna try and take her half-empty flask and scoop some out.
All right, Yasuko will let her, I guess.
Okay. I want to save some of this for later.
Yeah, just be careful drinking random magic goop. You just, like, never know what it's gonna do.
What's the worst that could happen?
Says
as she kind of walks away.
I can definitely think of some things. All right, well, unless anyone else wants to drink random white stuff.
I'll be good. Hey, Akalupu!
It tastes good, I've been told. Maybe a little slimy going down.
Now, Akalubu doesn't trust food that he doesn't know where it's come from, especially magic type food. Akalubu's very wary of magic.
Just when it comes to food. Well, now we just gotta get across this little gap, I guess. And how long have we been going?
We've been going for about an hour and 50 minutes, so if this is a good point to wrap up, that's probably a good time.
It is a good point to wrap up.
It's a good point to wrap up. I have no more maps, guys. No more maps.
Oh no, trust me, there's more maps.
Oh yeah, we get way more high effort layouts than when I run things.
Yeah. This makes it easier
Sounds
for me
good.
to like, plan things out.
You know.
All right. Well, what did Pipiopi learn?
Pipiopi learned that swamp people don't leave the swamp.
Damn straight. What did Mono? No, I'm sorry. Akalupu learn.
Akalubu learned that Gumbo is the winner.
And he is a winner.
He's very proud of beating a girl at arm wrestling.
He was. It was interesting.
She should have arm wrestled him in her horse form. That would have been interesting.
That would have been funny. Right, and what did Yasuka learn?
Yasuka learned that Mono Anui can read Abyssal and was lying about it.
She could have been working it out in her head, the whole time. Just thinking. Could have been like,
Well, Yasuka already kind of suspected because if you remember on the last island, there was some stuff where BlackRock saw Mono Anui's aura and whatnot. So,
about it. It's all fine, guys.
yeah, no, Yasuka already knows that there's something up with Mono Anui. So this is just further confirmation.
I mean, like, Mono did, like, totally change genders, like, halfway through the adventure with them. So.
Well, Yasuka didn't actually know that for sure because Mono Anui was already, like, young enough and androgynous enough that it wasn't discovered until later that she was definitely female. So, and I don't remember if any of the rest of the crew ever actually confirmed that Yasuka changed, or not Yasuka, Mono Anui changed genders. That I don't remember for sure.
I mean, put on the crown.
I know BlackRock found out.
You're on mute, Anna.
You're on mute.
I know BlackRock talked to PPOP about it. I don't remember if it got shared with Yasuka, though.
Okay, then yeah, Yasuka would know about that then. So anyway, like I said, Yasuka's already got an eye on Mono Anui.
I am sure there's nothing odd or suspicious about why Mono Anui reads Abyssal. It's all fine.
Ah, totally.
Don't wake up in the middle of the night and look on what Mono Anui is doing. It is all clear, I assure you.
Oh yeah. All right, well, I think we are good to wrap up. I hope everyone enjoyed the game as much as I did, and I will see you guys all at the next one.